Pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past, present and emerging. Welcome to Before the Game, brought to you by The Professionals, Murray Bridge.
Welcome to Before the Game. It's round 7 of the Swanport Hotel RFL season. I'm Matt Hood. We're coming to you live from the MCG, home of the Coorong Cats Football Club. Before the Game is brought to you by the Professionals Murray Bridge, and I'd also like to acknowledge our major sponsor, the Swanport Hotel. First of all, welcome to my left, Alex Button. How are you?
Always a pleasure, mate. I'm going well.
Absolutely. Also to my other left is the co-founder of Dana McAdoo, president of the Coorong Cats, Adam Hell.
Great to be here, and welcome to Paradise, gentlemen.
And a first timer for us today from the Coorong Cats, Ben Hooper. Hoops, how you going?
Good afternoon, Hoodie. Going really well. Great to be here, Lakeside. Wonderful venue, this one.
Absolutely. Now, Hoops, what have you been up to this week?
Well, beekeeping, mate. That's what I do in my spare time, which is a little bit different to most out here in the sticks. But taking some honey and working the bees.
Absolutely. And Adam, what have you been up to?
Pretty, not a special moment, but this week, obviously, Think Road Safety Round around the grounds here. And during the week, we actually had a car accident right outside our front door this week.
Oh, wow.
So that shook the household up and our neighbours as well. So just a poignant moment to raise, I think, during the road safety round as well. So
Good stuff.
be careful out there.
No worries. Butsy, what have you been up to?
Not a lot, to be honest. A bit of golf.
Bit of golf?
Game's gone backwards this week, unfortunately. And yeah, just still getting over the Pies, how they managed to cough up a 5-goal lead with about 5 minutes left last night.
I'm
But
glad
anyway,
you mentioned that. Now, tell me, is it time to get rid of the draw? Should we play 2 5-minute ends and just get rid of these draws? You saw the look on everyone's face. You're a Pies man, and what's your thoughts?
no.
No?
Not for the home and away season.
Right,
I like it. I think finals, yes, absolutely, get the result. But home and away season, I think it's part of the game. If you draw, you draw, and you just move on. You take the 2 points and whatever percentage.
All right. Unga?
Huge discussion
Yeah.
with myself and my wife last night in our house, and she's all for the draw. I think someone needs to win.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Hoops?
Yeah, a bit of golden point. Don't mind it. Let's see a result, I reckon.
Okay. Yep, absolutely. I agree with you too. Hey, now we've going to something very special here today. We're going to have a live chat with the Coorong Cats coach Daniel Menzel.
Champ.
Hoops, we're going to just ask you to vacate for 1 second.
For the champ.
We're going to bring Daniel in. Daniel, come on in, mate.
How we going, guys?
Absolutely. Thanks for your time.
Good.
We were going to do it record this a little bit early, but you got held up a little bit this morning, so...
Yeah, slightly different preparation for me having a little one. I've learned that interestingly over the last 6 months in particular, but now I got a little bit more sleep this morning, so I'm good to go.
Good stuff. Just quickly, junior footy, whereabouts did you play that?
Golden Grove was my junior footy club, so obviously Div 1 they are this year, so I've been obviously out here, but keeping an eye on those results too.
Sure. And was your brother playing with you at Golden Grove?
Yeah, he was 3 years younger, but he played all his juniors there as well, and he's still at Eagles in the sample currently.
For sure. Obviously, spent a fair bit of time at Geelong. What was your highlight when you were at Geelong?
I mean, we had a pretty successful side for a long time. We won the premiership in 2011. Obviously had a couple of injuries and missed out on that one, but to be able to play in the blockbuster games, your Easter Monday games, Collingwood on Friday nights at the MCG, those are the games that, amazing in front of 90,000 people.
I bet it was, yeah, for sure. Who was the best player you played with at Geelong?
I think Gary Ablett Jr. is probably the best I've ever played with and ever seen.
Yeah. What about the Swans? You obviously spent a little bit of time at the Swans, but who's your best
Yeah,
player?
I mean, Buddy Franklin's the obvious one there. And again, being with him and being the same forward line, you don't realise how much of a presence he is until you're standing actually next to him.
Yep.
Amazing footballer.
Absolutely. Tell us, how did you get here to the Cats? How did it all eventuate?
Yeah, so I guess I finished up at sample level last year and was sort of looking around and I wanted to be a player and a coach. And again, there's not that many of those roles around. A lot of teams have coaches that coach and then their players play. So that was one of the reasons. But also at the same time, if I was to go, I didn't really want to go local. I wanted to sort of get out of the bubble a little bit and enjoy the country sort of way about footy. I love how the netball and the football is together. And so then obviously through a couple of contacts, knew a couple of people and spoke with a few of these guys, and then made it a pretty easy decision in the end.
Nice work. First coaching job?
First senior coaching
First senior coaching job, nice, for sure. And how you, at this point, how have you found it?
Yeah, I mean, loving it. It's a good challenge. I mean, because you've got A grade, you've got B grade, there's the under 18s, there's a lot to it.
Yep.
But at the same time, when you've got, and it's one of the reasons I chose Coorong, when you've got good people around you, it makes my job so much easier, and that's what we've found so far this year.
Who was the first player you rang when you got the job?
Well, Rory Lehman was one of the first ones because I knew he was maybe unsure whether he was going to play sample, so I knew the impact he would have out here, so I got him over the line eventually.
Nice work, that's good stuff. What style of coach are you?
I probably haven't hid away from the fact that I want us to be an offensive, attacking style of team. We want to be a team that people want to come out and watch. They want to actually see us play on the weekend, and obviously there's a balance to our game, and I'm really pleased with our defence at the moment and how it's going, but we're a team that, you want to come out and watch and play a really good style of footy.
Haven't been beaten yet. You feel that the expectations are building on you to keep on winning?
I think that not necessarily the expectations, but there's certainly we will become the hunted side without a doubt. We're on top of the table. We win today. We potentially go 4 points clear. So that's part of it, and we absolutely welcome that.
Fantastic. Right, so time to get to know your questions. 10 of them, 11 of them.
Yep.
Age,
I'm 32.
middle name,
Jake,
footy number,
10.
nickname.
No, I haven't really had one, just men's.
Rightio. What was that? Sorry, guys.
Champ.
Champ. Rightio.
Champ. That's not
The
sticking.
champ. Haven't been here long, but best mate at the Cats.
Hoops over here. It's all the guys off the field.
No, he's just one of those.
You can't
local
pick a
guys.
player as coach.
No. So you stick with hoops. Yep.
Yep.
There's the consolation prize. Steak and seafood.
Steak.
Favourite TV show.
Probably Entourage.
Entourage. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Nice work. Who do you back from the AFL?
A bit of Geelong, bit of Sydney. Both.
Good stuff like that. Jocks, boxers, or commando?
Briefs, I am.
Briefs.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, we'll have to add briefs next week.
Yes.
It's a thing.
Single, married, or partner?
I am engaged.
Engaged.
Yes. Ashley, so she will be watching today with Bailey. Hopefully you're behaving, Bailey, and they enjoy the day.
Lovely work. And what car are you driving?
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you very much for your time on Game Tape. We do appreciate it, and all the best for today.
No, thanks guys. Have a great call.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Good
mate.
on you. We're going to swap you out and we'll bring Hoops back in.
Thank you guys.
So off there to change bench. Thanks, mate. So, all right.
There's a bit of love.
Oh, I could sense that too, Butts, couldn't you? Yeah, it's nice. And,
I feel a bit inadequate, actually.
all right. Okay, John. Right, it's time to get just serious for a little minute, and we need to talk about Think Road Safety Round that's all happening this weekend all around the place. And first of all, I just want to ask, while we've got the opportunity with both of you guys on from the Cats on our panel today, what have the Cats been doing in the background for Think Road Safety?
Yeah, look, obviously in the change rooms before the game, we've already had a chat with the reserves, the guys, and all around the league are wearing the yellow armbands. There'll be a medallion presented later on. Of course, at club level, we run a junior bus. You know, we travel thousands of kilometres now across our founding clubs for training and meetings and game days. So we run a junior bus to get our kids to training, so the parents don't have to rush, leave work early, and you know, that rushing is really what creates some hassle on the road as well.
Yep.
And also just the simple stuff like carpooling is just so easy. You know, everyone get in the car, have a bit of banter on the way to training, create that culture as well. So for us, it's all about getting the people together and minimising as many drivers as we can.
Absolutely. Hoops, anything to add on that?
Yeah, and I guess we've tried to centralise a bit more of our training this year so that there is a little bit less travel from particularly Tuesday nights. We're trying to do that at Canalpin. Obviously, as Adam mentioned, the spread of the three clubs is a bit of a logistical challenge for us, but just trying to minimise the travel where we can as well. So.
Absolutely. Your thoughts on Think Road Safety, Butts?
It is a huge thing to get right. Unfortunately, I've been involved at a football club where someone has passed away, and just to see how much it actually affects everyone.
Yep.
You know, and tentacles that it has when something like that happens. It is a very serious thing to get right. So it just, hearing things like the junior bus and that sort of thing, it's absolutely amazing doing that. So don't take it lightly for sure, because it can really affect everyone.
For sure, and I was really lucky earlier today to sit down and have a chat with the lovely Katie Vanderbrink, who has been personally affected by a road accident crash with a family member. So we're going to have a little listen to that conversation with Katie right now. Caitlin, thank you so much for your time today. Today's all about Think Road Safety, and first of all, before we start talking about that, I just want to congratulate you on your wedding just recently.
Thank you.
To Meningi's most eligible bachelor, of course, in Brodie. It was a lovely day, wasn't it?
It was awesome. It was really beautiful.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
That's good. So well done on that. Just want to talk about, obviously today is Think Road Safety round. Do you personally think that drink driving is still a problem out there?
Huge. Yeah. I think it's huge everywhere, but close to home for me, even in this league, it's a huge problem, and it's not talked about enough.
No, and Katie, with that, one of the reasons we're talking to you today is that you've had your own family experience with this. Would you just like to briefly tell us what happened?
Yeah, my sister Molly was killed in a car accident on the 13th of December in 2013. She was 18 years old. And Molly wasn't doing anything wrong to be killed in a car accident, which I think is a huge part of the message, is you don't have to be doing anything wrong to be killed in a car accident. And relevant to being here in the country, and we're a country football league, is a lot of deaths on country roads are country people. We're not immune or invincible rather to
exactly.
it. But Molly's car accident was very much so an accident. Her car veered off the road, and it was just a tragedy. Her car slid across the road when the front wheel came off onto the dirt. It was an unbroken road, and she broke her neck on impact, and it was very much so an accident, and obviously a bit of a huge tragedy. And it broke our family, and
of course,
absolutely, it was really hard.
Really tough, for sure. I just want to also just talk about this opportunity. Mobile phones is also a big problem that we have out there. So yes, we've got the drink driving issue, but mobile phones too. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I guess, and me being upset, sorry, just for honour, is like me being upset is, it's obviously the hurt, but it's also like I love talking about Molly. For sure. And so I think, it's a lot of that unshared love that I don't get to share with her. So I think it's important, and me being upset isn't, I don't want people to feel too uncomfortable at it, because I love talking about it. But with mobile phones, I think anyone getting in a car, right, you and me getting in a car, I'm not a perfect driver, I'm not trying to ever say that, but there's a risk when we get into a car. So making a choice to drink or to pick up your phone or to go a little bit faster, we're making a choice. And so there's a risk in just being in a car, so why make the risk bigger of there something going wrong?
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
We talk about the word actions and the word choice. I think they're two really important words, aren't they, when it comes to the whole context of it all? Yeah.
I think something that I'd spoken to you about a bit before was, we do have a choice when we get into a car, and I just spoke about the risk and why make the risk bigger. But if you are going to make the choice, particularly drink driving, there's a big issue in this community, this area, the country towns, and we have a choice when we get into a car, and I guess my message is trying to tell people not to or to make the right choice.
Make the right choice. Absolutely, because it's so critical, isn't it? So if you know you're going to go to a function and have have a few drinks, what are your recommendations?
Well, if you're going to choose to drink, there are other options. I don't want to be ignorant to it. Like, in communities, it is hard in country towns. We don't have Ubers or taxis, a lot of us, or a lot of us are travelling quite a distance to get to a home or to a safe bed. I guess it's making the choice. If you are going to drink, you've either got to have arranged a way home.
A designated driver or something like that.
Designated driver, or pack a swag, sleep in the back of your car, choose not to drink. If you're going to choose to drink, you're old enough to choose not to drive. Something's not adding up there.
For sure.
Yeah.
I see the emotion with you, and I just want to talk about one poor choice can affect so many people, can't it? And I think that's the thing here, that it's been quite some time since Molly's accident, and it's so important that we do make the choice, because it does affect so many people, doesn't it?
Yeah, and like Molly dying, you know, I say it broke our family. I'm really lucky I've got my two parents, and we're very close, but it left a huge hole in our hearts, and it changed, like, grief is such a lonely and really challenging road that never ends. Like, for us, it's a lifelong thing, and for anyone who's experienced loss, they'll get that, but you know, driving is something we can control the risks with.
Yep.
There are accidents that happen. Molly's an example of that, but why increase that risk then is I guess what I find really challenging is when people we think we're invincible and are ignorant to those.
Yep.
You know, you think you're the exception to the rule because you know that road really well, or things like that. In country is what I'm talking about, but
The reality is we're not. No.
oh no.
No, exactly.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and just the last one, please, Caitlin, is that today we're doing this promotion, but it is so important that we have days like today where we just get people to stop and think about the impact and everything. You know, so you know, the fact that we're doing this, it's got to be a good thing, isn't it?
Hell yeah. Yeah, talking about it is important, and like I said, people get funny with grief and people that have died. They don't want to bring it up because they think it'll remind you that that person's gone, but in reality, you know, every day you wake up with that pain every day. So talking about it, for me, I love talking about Molly, but also, you know, if we're not talking about this problem and people tiptoe around the whole drink driving thing, it's, you know, sometimes seen as, I feel, it's sometimes seen as lame if you're talking about it and trying to not get people to do it.
No.
But it does need to be talked about. It's important, and there is no shame in caring for people.
Absolutely.
So speak up and look after your people, because that's, at the end of the day, when you're advocating for safe driving, all you're doing is caring for others.
Yep.
So if you're made to feel anything other than that, then it's not it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. I do appreciate you coming in and chatting today. I think it's super important, and you know, you're super tough doing what you do and talking about Molly like you do, and it's a credit to you. So thanks very much, Caitlin.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you. Thank you. Cool.
So a big thank you to Katie there. That was obviously really tough for her doing what she does today, and then you can see it's still so raw for her down the track from it. And Adam, you've had a fair bit to do with Katie as well.
Yeah, look, obviously Katie's a great ambassador for road safety. She's our advocate around our club as well, and of course Katie tragically lost her sister Molly, which you know, it affects a whole community and beyond, not just the family. So Katie and I have done some good work with the Road Safety Commission last year, just to promote that road safety, particularly around our club with the large distances we're now travelling. So yeah, well done to Katie. She's such a trooper, and I'm just so happy that she's got the courage that she can just get the message across, and I hope everybody takes it on board.
For sure. Now we're going to have a look at some sponsors now, and Butsy, would like to have a look at last week's RMFL TV Awards, please.
Yeah, so last week we did Ramblers and Manham at Ramblers, with Manham coming out on top. The Smiley Car Wash Player of the Day was Levi Krause. Dutton's Goal of the Day, Keenan Harradine. McHugh's Bakery Mark of the Day, Alex Pfeiffer. Elders Rising Star, Malachi Continuary. Murray Sales Defender of the Day, Aidan Holland from Manham, and then the Anytime Fitness Incentive Award went to Keenan Harradine from Ramblers.
Thank you, Butsy. And we're
just before we go on,
yes.
there's some big news I hear around the traps. We're just looking at the Smiley Car Wash Player of the Day, and I hear there's some big things happening for Smiley Car Wash.
Yes, there is, Adam. Thank you for that. But yeah, this Friday we take over the two car washes in Murray Bridge, so they'll become Smileys moving forward. So exciting times for Katrina and myself, and the family are coming in on these ones too. Marnie and Abby and Kobe and Dossie and Josh. So
So it's you're like the Donald Trump in the car wash world.
I'm not sure about that, but we're going to have our hands full for a little while.
I
so.
can't wait for a couple of free washes.
Yeah, so they're all coming out the woodwork now. No, good stuff. Thank
Well
you
done,
for
good
that,
on
Adam. We'd like to also mention that our stats, our live stats that are going to be coming through during our live stream today are brought to you by the Murray Valley Standard. So thank you very much to them. We're going to now have a look at the leading goal kickers, please, Adam.
The leading goal kickers, of course, Jaden Ward from Taylor Bend, he's on 20 there, followed closely on 19, of course, Jervois's Josh Scott. Rory Taggart out at Maipo, he's midway there at 15 goals. Shane Pake also on 15 from the Storm. And Sammy Sanders from the Cats, 13 sausage rolls for the big Colonel. And special mention to Big Jimmy Lawson from the Coorong Cats, of course. He's the leading goal kicker in the reserves with 21 goals.
Now he's also got one up already. We saw him kick a nice one just a
saw him
minute
boot
ago.
one
He's got two.
Yeah, oh, he's got two, is he? Right, there we go. Yeah, there's confirmation.
He's on fire.
And then we should have a score update in the reserves too. Butsy, can you just look over your shoulder? What's the score in the Storm versus the
What
Cats?
have we got? The Coorong Cats 5-1, the Storm 3-1.
Lovely work, thank you very much. So we'll just move on now. The Dace Irrigation and Fodder Player of the Year. Hoops, you'd like to go through the round 6 votes, please.
Yeah, great game. Imperials versus the Cats up there at the Johnston Park last week, and Henry Turner was outstanding cross half back with 3 votes. Jack Holliday chopped in the ruck to cover off a couple of guys that were out, and got the 2 votes, followed by Albie Dunstan. The Ramblers Manham game, we had Mitch Hayward with the 3, Levi Krause with the 2, and Malachi Katineri with the 1 vote. Jervois versus Southern Mallee, Declan Gladico with the 3, Chad Balderson with the 2, and the big fella Nick Hyde with the 1 vote. Mallee Districts versus Tailem, we had Henry Olsen with the 3, Tom Jones with the 2, and my not so little cousin, big Jaden Ward, picked up the 1 vote there.
Muscles Ward.
Muscles Ward, yeah. So the leaders there, Will Crane with 9, Tate Silverlock with 7, Louis DiMichel and Matt Skypeck and Mallory Katineri all on the 6.
How's he related to you?
So he is my auntie's son.
Right.
So he's a direct cousin.
There you go.
I'm just a little bit older than the majority of my cousins, and they're all a lot younger. Got one young fella playing out here in the B grade, and a couple of others that are still yet to come through.
Well, I was lucky enough to play with his dad, Mark. One crazy guy Mark is, so
Absolutely.
but very good centre half back he was.
Very robust player.
But just don't get in his way. Was the clear message he gave me. You do whatever you do, just don't get in my way. Okay, Chemist King Club of the Year, please, Butts.
So, Imps way out in front still, 50. Tailem Ben, 32. The Suns on 30. Manham, 27. Maipo and the Cats, 26. Jervois, 23. Mallee Districts with 9. And Ramblers bring up the rear with 7.
Okay, time for the Swamport Hotel ladder, please, Adam.
Yes, what a season it's proving to be. The Coorong Cats with 10 premiership points up the top there, followed closely by Imps and Manham on 8 points apiece. Maipo and the Suns are on 6 each. Jervois, Ramblers and the Storm are on 2 points each there, and Tailem yet to open the account.
Rightio, thank you very much. Time to talk about what we learned last week. Hoops, let's start with you. What did you learn?
I guess footy resembles life a little bit, and it's a bit of a dog world out there. And
Absolutely.
As it's tight and close in all the comp, I've got 4 young boys at home, and we're going off for a bit of a caravan holiday, and we'd like to do a bit of snorkeling up at the reef. So,
Nice, yes.
So they're in the bath practicing snorkeling, and so one thing leads to another, and they thought, well, there's going to be could be a bit choppy out there on the water, so we might have to put something down the snorkel pipe. But if you don't have a cup, what might you use? Well, you know, it got a bit unruly pretty quick when one decided that he might put something down the snorkel pipe. So, like the tough footy comp is, dog eat dog world.
Dog eat dog, and you had to sort that one out, eh? So that's what you learned. Never underestimate a shark in water. All right, Unga, what did you learn?
Look, I've learnt this week, just never take anything for granted. You know, we keep coming back to the road safety round, and we are just so lucky in Australia, and in particularly with country footy. Beautiful day down here in Paradise. We get to enjoy the footy and have a bit of banter, so don't take anything for granted, because you never know when you'll just lose it all.
Okay, thank you very much. And Butsy, what did you learn last week?
Mine's a real recent one. It's actually only today I learnt this.
What, today?
It's just reconfirmed for me that the Coorong mullet sandwich is the best feed in the RMFL.
The legendary Frogs Bar.
Absolutely.
How good is it?
It's so good.
It's good, isn't it? Well, mine was actually last night. It is enough. Let's get rid of the draw. It is time for the AFL. It's time for the River Rays. All football leagues. Get rid of the draw. We want a winner on every game. 5 and 5. But the next guy wins after that. That's what I learned.
5 and 5.
5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. And if it's still tied away, the next goal wins. Okay, so you'll swap out after 5. Yep. So it's 2 more 5 minutes. No one wants to be thinking like you've danced with your sister or kissed your uncle. You just don't want it to happen. So at the end of the day, we want a winner.
Okay.
We want a winner. So 2 5s, and if we're still tied away at that, the next score wins the game.
I'd just go next score after full after
No,
full time.
I think
Just
but to be
wait till the
fair, you
next
really
one.
need to change ends. To be fair, because if you've got a howling wind one way, you really need to change ends to keep things fair for the conditions and stuff like that. All right? Okay, so we'll keep talking about this. I can see you're coming on board, all right? That's all right.
Still, for me, not during the regular season.
All right, that's all right. Okay.
But I'll stand strong on that.
All right, we'll keep talking.
Die on that hill.
We'll keep talking.
Sort this out off air, please.
Butsy, now you had a chat to the Storm coach.
Yeah, I did. Adam Clun.
Yeah.
Very experienced bloke.
Absolutely.
Obviously, SANFL experience.
Did you ask him about his hair?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
We'll find out in a minute. How about we have a listen to see what was said and we can talk a bit more about it. So here's Butsy having a talk to the Storm coach, Adam Clune.
And joining me now, I've got the coach of the Mallee Storm, Adam Clun. Adam, thanks for coming on, mate.
No, not a worry. Thanks for having me.
All good, and beautiful day today for footy, eh?
Yeah, no, it's a lovely setting down here, and you couldn't ask for better conditions.
And a big challenge too, coming up against probably the form side of the competition at the moment.
Yeah, obviously, going really well, undefeated, and they've got talent all over the ground. So we've got a huge challenge ahead of us.
Yep, and good to tick off a win last week as well.
Yeah, much nicer during the week, and everyone was pretty happy throughout the club, and we've been working pretty hard to get that first win. So. To finally get it, and against, obviously we only won one game last year, so we've beaten Taylor now, so we've beaten two teams in a couple of years, and it's just nice to get them a bit of a rivalry there as well. So
yeah, beautiful. And you were saying before, a couple of decent out for you boys today, unfortunately.
Yeah, so unfortunately, one of our key forwards, Pakey, who's been in really good form, and one of the prominent forwards in the league's out with a bit of a broken arm, and hopefully 6 weeks it sort of sounds like. Vinesy's done a hamstring, who's one of our good movers through the mids, and Henry Olsen, who's also gone into the mids this year, has been really good for us, and so we've just lost a little bit of speed and a forward target there, but we've got other guys that we've had to move around a bit, and hopefully they can just slot into those roles nicely and do the job.
Yep, and next in.
That's it, next man up is what we sort of spoke about during the week, and I suppose that, again, it's not only our side, it's the B grade have lost a few this week, so we're a bit of a juggling act this week, but we've got two teams out there, and we'll give it a red hot crack, that's for sure.
Beautiful. And just a bit of your background, mate. Obviously, played a bit of SANFL footy back in the day, and where'd you start down there?
Just played all my juniors from 15s right through to 19s, and then reserves and league at Sturt. So a good 10 to 11 years down there, and then sort of went back to Onkers for a year in between, and then went back to the Woodville, so at the Eagles for 2 years as well. So enjoyed my time at both clubs, and Sturt's sort of where the home is a little bit still, but that was good memories back then, and
successful period for the club as well, wasn't it?
We were really successful through there. So part of the 2002, obviously the grand final we won there. I was part of that group. Did a knee that year though, so I played the first 11 or 12 games and did a knee and missed out in the finals that year. Yeah. So disappointing in that respect, but it was very good to be part of a team that was going really well when previously. Obviously, the 10 years before that, pretty down the bottom a little bit there for a while. So, it was a really good period.
And I did do a little bit of research. I chucked name in Google. And the first thing that popped up on the images, is there any chance of bringing back the bleach blonde hair?
Yes. There's a bit of a funny story with that. Some of the boys have actually seen it here as well. And one of the things was this year we actually did make finals. I had to bring back the bleach hair, but there's not a lot left, mate. Hence I'm wearing a hat now, and if we do make finals from here, I'm happy to do it. So
beautiful. And the Storm being a new club after the folding of the Mallee League, must have been a bit of a process to get the clubs together and set that up. How have you found that yourself?
Yeah. So for myself, challenging obviously last year. Recruiting was hard because we actually didn't have a name sort of when that time you were actually doing all the recruiting, so that was hard work, and losing a lot of players, obviously bringing two clubs in that paid guys from town from both clubs, you can still only pay the same guys, so I think we ended up losing 20 to 25 players out of the club, recruiting was a huge thing, and trying to get people in, we knew it was going to be challenging, so I suppose this year, again, we were at it early, we did most of our recruiting, and I was actually away on a 3-month trip with my family while we were doing the recruiting, but we got a fair bit done before I left, and then I think while I was away, I was obviously on the phone, and we got 5 or 6 done while I was away as well. So this year's been a lot easier to recruit. We did recruit a lot of depth. Saying that, we're still getting tested right now with depth, but it's probably now the top end, and this year was more of a year where we set ourselves to win a handful of games. So from last year, obviously show some improvement, and hopefully some top end players can see that we're pushing in the right direction, and then next year try and get you know, a couple of star players to the side, and then but everything off field has been brilliant. Both clubs have worked really well together.
Yeah.
Saying the year before, the juniors are starting to play some good footy, and hopefully, you know, we were close to getting an under-18 this year, but hopefully next year we can get that going, and that will help the club going forward too.
Yep. And strong communities as well, like country footy too. You know, have you found bringing the two communities together, I guess, with Karoonda and Peak?
Yeah, not being from the area, obviously there was a rivalry there for a long time, being the two closest teams,
Yeah.
but it's been really seamless, to be honest. Like I said, they've all come together, everyone pitches in really well, we've got buy-in from everyone around the club, and it was a unanimous vote in the end to make it happen. And for the juniors, it was a big thing. So to see them going really well, it's been great. The community's been together, we get plenty of people at the footy. To see everyone really happy after a win last week was great.
Yep.
Gets the monkey off the back a little bit, and you know, people hang around and definitely chip in, and I think they're enjoying it, even though we haven't been too successful at this level yet. I think they can see it improving.
Yeah, beautiful. And back to today, obviously a big challenge with the Cats. What are the key areas you're looking for from your boys today to take it up to them?
So first of all, I mean, we've got to set our structures that we want to try, and I think we've still actually got a really, you know, Tom Jones in the rut, we've got a good advantage there.
Yep.
So I think we can actually win our fair share of the footy and make sure we use it. We set up really well last week against Taylor. We actually tried something different and it seemed to work, so we created a lot more space in behind our half forwards, and we found that we got some deeper entries. So hopefully today we can control that midfield a bit and make the most of, you know, hitting our forwards, because if we don't, we know how damaging they can be when they get it off the half backs, and they can take it at the length really easily. So we've got to make sure we finish our work and work on that first. But then, you know, after that, I suppose, you know, my message will be we've got to have a crack today, because we've got nothing to lose. They're the best team in the comp by a long way at the moment, and you know, we've come off a win. Yes, we've got a few out, but we've still got to have a crack. And I think what we do bring every week is really good pressure, so we've got to bring that again.
Yep, absolutely. And we were lucky enough to see that MyPo game, and especially that third quarter. I thought contested ball work was really good.
Yep.
And your pressure was excellent. They just didn't allow them to transition the ball. So I guess use that as an example.
Yeah, and we'd love to be able to do that again. Obviously, that was a great quarter for us. Obviously, the last quarter didn't go that way again, but we worked really hard on that. And we are a really young side too, so we have got a lot of youngsters, but I think that the bigger space obviously helps us a little bit. I definitely think we played better on the bigger grounds. So, yeah, we've just got to bring that pressure, intensity, and hopefully, you know, they come with a mindset that it might be a little bit easy, and you never know what can happen. So.
Yep, beautiful. So. We'll leave it there. Best of luck for today, mate.
Beauty.
And for the rest of the year as well. I'm really excited to see Jimmy Conlon go around again. He's one of my favourites. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Adam, and back to you guys.
No worries, thank you.
So a big thank you to Clun. Is it Clun? I say it wrong, don't I?
Yeah, Clun.
Clun, yeah. So Adam Clun there for that. So interesting conversation, and he's a very experienced coach, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's had a lot of, as we were saying before, SANFL experience, as he mentioned in the interview, especially with Sturt in those early 2000s. They were very successful. But yeah, obviously it's been a big challenge setting up as coach for a new club with two teams coming together, but he's loving it.
I think he's doing a great job. Doing a great job, and he's made them more competitive this year, and they've won their first game last week, so he's doing a good job. At this point, we'd also just like to mention again our sponsors of Before the Game, the Professionals Murray Bridge. A big thank you to David and Karen Clark. Must have got Karen's name there for a second. So thank you very much to Professionals Murray Bridge. Just a little quick one, the Cabbage Patch. I'd like to just send out congratulations to Tate and Rhiannon Silverlock on the birth of Scarlett this week. So congratulations there, and it's a sister for Paxton. So congratulations both to Tate and Rhiannon on the birth. Facebook time. Let's have a look around the clubs and see what's been going on with our Facebook pages. Let's start with the Cats, please.
All right, yeah, the Cattery. This week we're running a bit of a raffle for the Hawthorn Crows game, so 4 members' tickets there, reserved seating. And secondly, tonight we've got a bit of a function on at over here at the club rooms with the hypnotist coming down.
I know Onga's really keen to get onto that.
We just can't wait for his mind to be messed with. So yes, looking forward to that.
Just a normal day around the club.
All right, so Imps, past Players Day, and Rump and Red on Saturday the 15th of June. So that'll be a big day for the Blues there at Johnston Park.
Yeah, over at Jervois, they've got their junior disco on the 1st of June, so don't rock up tonight, but on the 1st of June, 6 to 8, with the famous DJ Mace there too.
Yep.
Nice. The Storm out the Mallee Districts tomorrow hosting the Netball Carnival out at Karoonda, so that should be a fantastic day. We've chalked up another wonderful day of weather for a Netball Carnival, which makes life a little bit easier for parents backing up tomorrow.
Madam, they've got the 200 reverse raffle out on now. $200 per $100 per number, I should say, up to $5,000 in prize money. So get in on that.
And over at Tigerland, out at Maipo, the 100 Club is now available with a $100 draw every home game. And I also believe $1,000 was drawn at the last home game.
No, I think it's the last home game of this year.
On the last home
On
game.
the last one,
Oh,
yeah.
I know they're looking for money for their new facility, so I'm sure they'll hold it till the last game. So good on them there out at Maipo.
Yeah, from Ramblers, big shout out to Brendan O'Neill and the team from Daesh for supporting the club there with shouting everyone a coffee or opportunity to grab one from the Convenience X store. So ready for their big journey out to Pinaroo. First time for the Ramblers to head out there. It's a big one, so good luck to all involved.
And then the Southern Mallee Suns, and as we've spoken about today, Think Road Safety Round, heavily promoting that one, and being where they are, a key thing to get right. So well done to the Southern Mallee Suns.
At Tailem Bend, they have their junior disco today. That's from 4:30 to 5:30, so the kids will be rocking it there for an hour. And the netball ladies are doing meals. And I just want to give a bit of a shout out to the clubs. We can see here that grassroots footy is really special for a lot of clubs. So we can see these junior discos and lots of other initiatives too. So well done to all those clubs.
And I think they've got the netball game on after.
Yeah, that A grade's playing tonight. I think it's 6:30, so under lights. So that's going to give the footballers an opportunity to go over and watch the netballers and support them. So well done them for that. I'm not sure if it was just a club initiative or RMA, but whoever organised that, well done.
Very good.
The last slide, I'd just like to look at, it's a pretty simple one. Who will you leave behind? So we'll just leave it at that one for that one. So it's time for a score update here in the B grade, please, Butsy. What do you got over the shoulder?
We've got the Coorong Cats 8 goals 4, and the Storm are still 3 goals 1. So kicking away the Cats.
In the third quarter, I reckon they'd be. So hopefully I'm right there. Okay, let's talk about this week's games. So first one we're going to talk about is the Southern Mallee Suns versus Ramblers. Who do you think's going to win hoops and why?
Southern Mallee, I think we're just sort of waiting for them to really hit their straps. They're starting to pull a few back from injury as well, a couple of their key players. They've got some big-sized mids who can seriously impact the game.
Smithson's back now.
Smithson's back, it's a huge in. One of the best country footballers going around at this point in time, I reckon, and would expect them to get across the line.
Unga?
Yeah, for sure. I'm with Hoops on this. The Suns as well. They showed us last year that they come out of the blocks, new club, straight into it, and well done. They're a good outfit. So it's the Suns for me too.
Yep, that's it.
Comfortably the Suns.
Comfortably
the Suns, and apparently the Ramblers, they've organised a bus trip on the way back, so that'll be a bit of fun for them, I think.
Absolutely. There's not too many pubs they can do a pub crawl on the way back, but always calling Tailem Bend, I suppose. But
Drink responsibly, of course.
Absolutely, of course. And on a bus, if you're going to have a drink, get a bus.
Get one in Lamaroo. I'll sneak one in Lamaroo.
Yeah, true. Yeah, absolutely. Next game. This one might be a bit more closer than everyone thinks. Tailem Bend v Jervois at Tailem Bend.
Yeah, I agree. I'd expect Jervois to get the chocolates, but when we played them up there on the home deck, they were very consistent, and to their credit, they were really hard at the contested ball for 3 quarters. So there wasn't anything in our game until the last quarter, and that's kind of been the way I've seen the games go so far this year. It's just a brief moment in time, a lapse of concentration from a team, and someone puts them away. So,
Who are you going for?
Jervois
Unga?
Jervois for me too. They're a strong side. I believe Tailem have quite a few kids coming up this week, which is a fantastic opportunity for them. But I think Jervois will roll over the top there.
Yep, that's it.
Tailem have got a habit of getting up for Jervois.
They do.
They've snuck a couple of big surprise wins over Jervois in the past few years.
Yeah.
Having said that, Jervois will get up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually make a tip myself. I think Suns will win the Suns v Ramblers. So in this game, look, Tailem been there, but they're just not consistent at the moment. So, but you've got Muscles Ward kicking a few goals, so they are half a chance today. And geez, I know Johnny Clussy was not going to ever talk to me again, but I'm going to go with Talon Ben today.
Ooh,
The phone will be ringing any second now, but sorry, JK. But it's at Talon Ben at home. They are due for a win. Jervois lost last week.
Only just going Jervois at the moment, aren't they? They're not.
Scott only got 1 goal last week. All right, so I'm going Talon Ben. Sorry, JK. All right, next game, Manham v Maipo, and this is the Armfield Martin Noble Cup they're playing for today out there. Hoops, who do you think's going to win? Manham v Maipo.
I'd expect this one to be a tight tussle. I think Manham have fluctuated their form so far a little bit this year, as have Maipo, and so any given day they can pop up and have a crack at it. Closer than you'd expect Maipo might get across the line. They've got a bit more depth of the talent in the list, but I think Manham can take them deep into the last quarter. But Maipo just.
Maipo just. Rightio, no worries. Unga?
Yeah, it will be a very tight tussle out there. It's obviously a special day for them with the cup. Maipo did come out of the blocks at the start of the season. They were ones to watch. Don't worry about that. They've just drifted off a little bit there, but I think it's still Maipo for me.
Rightio, Butsy.
I like Manham today. Their back six is really good.
Very good, yeah.
Really
We saw
good.
that last week, didn't we?
O'Malley, Holland, they organise really well back there.
Yep.
Then
You
with
got Tarby running off half back.
Yeah, Krause, and with Maipo up forward, they've got Taggart and Housen.
Yeah.
But after that, there's not a lot.
Sticky Nicky's sort of...
Yeah, he's a bit higher up the ground.
Yeah, he is too. Yeah.
So I think if on O'Malley, whoever's on him, they'll be happy to let him go up the ground as long as he's not getting dangerous ball.
Yeah.
Manham defend really well. Battle of the mids. I like Manham today. I think their back six is really strong and Maipo might struggle to score against them.
I agree. Manham at home. I think the Rolls-Royce Taggart hasn't quite hit his straps yet. He's still picking up the pace. He's been playing in a sort of a backyard league for the last couple of years, and he's come back to the real game, the big boys now. And don't write him off. Don't get me wrong. He's going to be right. But I think just at the moment he hasn't quite hit his straps, and he will hit his straps. But I still, in saying that, I think Manham's going to win today. So a couple of upsets there, I think, from my tipping. Yep. We do need to mention Kobe Dabnett is his league debut today. So congratulations to him on that one. Rightio, let's talk about the big game right here at the MCG, and it is the Cats versus the Mallee District, the Storm. Hoops, what's going to happen?
Oh, well, I've just got a bit of bias to the Cats here, but Mallee Storm last week, great win, but unfortunately, key player Shane Pake's gone down the last 5 minutes, broken his wrist, going to miss at least a month of footy.
He's kicked 15 goals, Hoops, so...
And he's an electric player. He's a wonderful one to watch.
Yep.
Nice vertical leap and can put a goal away. So unfortunately for them, with someone like him out there, they're pretty reliant on their star players. So I'd expect the Cats to get across the line.
Yep. Unga?
Yeah, of course, Cats for me, home turf, beautiful day. As Hoops mentioned, the Storm have those couple out, as do the Cats. The Cats might be a bit biased, but they are an elite outfit. They only just needed a couple of top-up players from last year and just flying along. So against the Storm, the Cats today at home.
That's it.
You spoke about Hoops, Mallee missing Pake. They've also got Vines is missing, done a hamstring, and Olsen is another one of their mids in there. He's missing today as well. So that's three of their probably top 5 players out of the lineup, which is going to be really hard for them to cover. And the Cats, I'm really excited to see how they go about it. You're hearing all this stuff about how they're electric to watch and, premiership favourites and the lid's off down at all.
Let's keep it. Come on, Bunsey. Come on.
See what you're doing here?
Genuinely looking forward to seeing how they go about it today, and they should get it done pretty comfortably, I think, the Cats.
Yeah, I think it could get a little bit messy here at the MCG today. I think with those players out, Pake's really been their main focal at full forward or off half forward there with 15 goals. And we've still got some players that haven't hit straps. Cats got a couple out. Lehman's out. The Colonel, Sam Sanders, is out. But well and truly covered. Charlie Fisher back in today. So
still missing Hartman.
Yeah, and of course Matty Hartman with an ankle. So still got Matty Hartman to come back into the side. So I think it's going to get messy. It's going to be a big win to the Cats today. We do need to spend a little cheerio to Brodie Vanderbrink. It's his birthday today. Premiership player for the Bears, Brodie Vanderbrink, his birthday. So happy birthday to Brodie. And also a player milestone in games today for the Cats, Unga.
Jimmy Lawson,
Lawson.
Big Jim, 200th game he's playing right now with the reserves. We had a presentation earlier in the change rooms, and you know, a big day for the Lawson family. They're just such a family that's immersed in the club, you know, from our founding club at Meningie, and they've carried that right through with the Cats. They're great value to have around the club. So not only a day for Jimmy, but also, of course, his family as well. So.
And he's good around the workplace. We worked with Jimmy for 10 years or more, didn't we, me and you?
We did. He's good around the workplace. Didn't quite have the dreadlocks back then. Respectable professional in the office, but no, he's doing fantastic. And like I said, great family to have around the club. I don't know what he's kicked out here, but he was on fire while we just had the break before. So.
Absolutely. Text in from Rory, take up the Rolls Royce. Hoodie, you got no idea what you're talking about. I'll show you today. Look out. Rightio. So there you go. The Rolls Royce has had his reply.
There we go.
Okay, now it is time for the award-winning match quiz. Alrighty, can we please get, here comes the props manager, Griffo, just coming off the injured list himself.
Thank you.
Thanks, Griff.
And what we're going to do is we're just going to test you. Now make sure we've got the professionals facing forward, please, to the camera. We're going to test buzzers, please. First, Butsy, start with you.
Butts.
Unga.
Oops.
Rightio, they're all working. All right, question number 1. Concentrate, please, because Butsy takes this very seriously. All right,
Concentrating.
who was runner-up in the 2023 AFL Grand Final?
Butts.
Yes?
The Lions sucked
Yes.
in.
All right, one to Butsy.
They did us twice. You've got to give one back.
Rightio, so, all right. In 2023, where on the AFL ladder did the Coorong Cats finish at the end of the minor round?
Unga.
Yep.
I should know this, Hoops.
Hoops third.
I was going to say third.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Incorrect. No, hang on. Unga's got a quick. Come on.
It was
come on.
fourth.
It's fourth. It is. Yes. Unga gets one. All right. Question number 3. What number does Cats playing coach Daniel Menzel wear?
Whoa.
Unga.
10, also
Yes.
our family number.
Right. Yeah, Roger wore that.
We did.
Right.
Connolly family, and slipped over to Rog there as well at Salem.
Roger was here too. I saw him before.
Men's has had to have his tailor made. We didn't have the right size.
He
for him.
has.
Had to have
Had to get it fixed up nicely.
Chiseled around him. Yeah.
Extra tight.
It was, and the words were, feel good, play good.
Yeah, there you go. All right. On now, okay. Who is on top of the AFL leading goal kicker?
Butts.
Yes.
I've just completely gone blank on that. You go.
Ward.
Ward.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
go ahead. Buzzer first, please.
Oh, Hoop.
Yes. Yes. Say it again.
Young Jaden Ward.
Muscles.
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 Yeah,
Ward.
the Cubs.
Jaden Muscles Ward is correct. So that's one to Hoops. You're on the board, Hoops. So
Is there an extra point for how many?
20.
got it now. No extra points. No extra points. All right. Question number 5. Spell Jervois gun forward's surname of Peters Rantanello.
Unga.
Yes.
Oh, I might have buzzed in too quick. Okay.
Zarantanello.
Zarantanello. Z-A-R-A. N-T-O-L-L. Start it. Can I have
Go again.
Z-A-R-A?
Yeah, one more time. From the start, please.
Z-A-R-A.
Yep.
N-T.
Yep. Yep.
Ran O-N.
Yep.
E-L-L-O.
Yes, correct.
Gee whiz.
On his third attempt.
Give him the win, I
attempt.
reckon, with that one. Give him the win.
Would you guys have got that, would you?
No.
You would have got that?
Yeah, I
Butts
would've
knew
got
it.
Right. Yeah, you're good with spelling. I've
Just
noticed that.
Big chest,
Yeah.
big arms,
He goes
big
right.
name too.
He goes right. He goes right. Question number 6. Who has the bye today?
Butts.
Yes,
The Blues.
correct.
Imps.
Right, so the Butsy's on 2, Unga's on 3, Hoops is on 1. All right, Talon Ben play at home today. True or false?
Unga.
Yes.
True.
Yep. Unga. Streaky away here, Unga. Which AFL umpire umpired his 500 game
Unga.
last week? Yes.
Snake Chencha.
Yeah, Snake Shancer. Dominating is what we'll call this. Right. Where is this year's AFL Grand Final?
Hoops.
Yes.
Ramblers.
Incorrect.
Oh, jeez.
Butts.
Yes.
Go Manham.
Yes, it is.
Hey.
No, yes. Well done,
Yeah.
Butsy.
Last year was it?
So Butsy gets that one.
Another year behind.
All right. Who am I? Who am I? Right. This is very important. This one. I was born on the 1st of March 1969 and played for 2 AFL clubs. In 1990, I kicked 118 goals in the Riverland Football League and won a premiership in the same year.
Butts.
Yes.
Tony Modric.
Tony Modric is correct. Well done, Butsy.
My all-time favourite.
All right, I'll just finish the thing. In 1992, he played his first game with the Adelaide Crows and won the Coleman Medal in 1997. Was also selected in the North Australian team. I missed the 1997 grand final with a knee injury.
And I've read a stat the other day. I think it's if you're born in Adelaide between 93 and 98, there's a 75% chance that Tony Modra is your old man.
See, the jokes about you from Crows today. So, alrighty. And he's a good-looking rooster too, isn't he? Hey, why wouldn't you have a crack? Why wouldn't you have a crack? And we're just going to go to the tiebreaker, because I love a tiebreaker, even though we don't need one. Oh, hang on, who was just doing it? 1, 2, 3, 4 for Butsy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Unga. So you can tie this away. All right.
Hang on, is this a draw? Or are we going what 5 each end, or what are we?
No, hang on, don't start that. All right. What team is 5th on the AMFL ladder? Who's 5th?
Butts.
Yes?
We did see that before, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Yeah, and I've completely
We read it out.
Suns.
Yeah,
there you go.
Hoops got it. Well done.
Getting that.
There we go.
He
All right.
wins, last one wins.
Right, so the final scores, Butsy on 4, Unga on 5 and Hoops on 2. That was Matt's quiz for the day. Now, also, we just want to thank our great friends at Dutton Motors for supplying us with the Triton. Kim drove that down today, loved it all the way, smooth as a dream. And so thanks to the guys at Dutton for supporting us and allowing us to tow the commentary van down with that.
Might need to wash in the Smiley's car wash.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to give you all a free car wash now, you know. So, but now we do want to thank our team here at RMFL TV. A big thanks to Mary Lou, Denise, Kale, Harry, Jimmy, Pat. Kim's here helping as well. And we'll be back at 2:30 for the main game. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Hood.